The man discovered that his wife had used a household cup for a black person. After the black worker left, he went to the kitchen, picked up the cup with 2 fingers, and threw it directly into the trash bin. Soon, his wife noticed the cup in the trash, but she helplessly picked it back up. It turns out that Jack was a bouncer at a restaurant. Whenever the boss called him, he would immediately come and escort troublemakers out. But this one time, when Jack stepped in to remove a guest, that guest turned out to be very influential. Soon, the restaurant was forced to close, and Jack lost his job, facing immense financial pressure. He even participated in an eating contest for $50. If he could defeat his opponent, he would win the money. The two of them kept eating relentlessly. When he returned home, his wife found out and was furious. But the next moment, he pulled out the money. He had won. His wife then happily kissed him. However, life couldn't be sustained this way. Soon, a friend called to inform him about a job opportunity. Jack quickly went to the interview location. Upon entering the room, he noticed many valuable items inside. Then, a black man dressed in luxurious clothes approached him and sat down on a high chair in front of him. It turned out this black man was the employer, Arthur, a very famous pianist. The height difference between them at that moment made Jack a bit nervous, but Arthur's attire and demeanor were completely different from Jack's impression of black people. Still, for the sake of survival, he had to set aside his prejudice. He learned that Arthur needed a driver to take him on a tour through the deeply racist South. Arthur explained that the job wasn't just about driving. It also involved being a bodyguard and taking care of his daily needs. He offered a high salary for 2 months of work. Although the pay was very attractive, Jack stood up and declined the job. He couldn't bear working for a black person. Arthur was very disappointed, as Jack was the most suitable candidate among all the interviewees. When Jack heard such high praise, he tried to negotiate terms with Arthur, but Arthur refused. With no money, Jack had to sell his watch to scrape together some cash for living expenses. When he returned home, his wife asked about the interview, but upon hearing that the employer was black, she knew given Jack's attitude toward black people that the job was definitely off. The next morning, the two were awakened by a phone call. It was Arthur on the line, but he asked to speak to Jack's wife.